Good evening and welcome to Draw 10 of the 2019 Childs. At Bucks County Curling Club.
Joining us, Many Bears? Oh, dear Lord.
For tonight's featured game on Sheet B, we have Philadelphia versus Plainfield.
Hot already.
So welcome back to Bucks County Curling Club for the 750-ish draw. And our featured sheet this evening is on Sheet B, where we have Team Curl-Paler with Kim Cooper, Gretchen Katja, Chris Salott, and Jean Moylan. Against Team Plainfield, Panic at the T-Line, skit by Kate Trela. The vice is Lynn Southcutt. The second is Teak Washington. And the lead is Cindy Lowe. Welcome to our broadcast. I'm Dave Schmelt. I'm joined by my good friends Ian Alexander and Many Bears O'Donnell.
Thank you there, Dave.
Good evening.
So we start our game with a shot in the 8-foot circle for the team from Plainfield. And the call is for a hit on that. Now that is going to be immediately swept. And it is really close in the red guard. And it's going to strike the red guard, and it may remove it from play. It's going to be really close. And That being the 6th rock, we are okay. And the Plainfield skip, Kate takes quite the same approach that I do sometimes, to say, put it somewhere, kind of over here.
Ish.
And that draw is looking pretty good. It's going to come on down right about to the tee line, so it is 2 stones right now for Plainfield.
I can imagine she would like to follow that down.
And that is the call from Kim Cooper.
That is an enlightened imagination.
Many Beers for sure has an enlightened imagination, that's for sure. He imagines himself 2, 10, or 20 beers. So this one's on its way. They had to wait for it to curl, and now it's taking the curl. They're going to brush it really hard, but it does not look like it has the legs. It is coming down, and despite their best efforts, it's going to be a tight 3 guard. And going to kind of snooker themselves a little bit here. And now, in response, Plainfield's just going to guard that potential raise.
This has got to go.
Definitely has to go, indeed.
I need to alert our viewers that while our draw may say 10:50, obviously we're not there yet. It's the 8 o'clock draw.
Special thanks to our engineer, Jim Fannin.
Well, thank God, because I would have had to start drinking more.
4:14.
So coming down right now,
That's kind of hanging out there.
just a little bit outside, and it's going to leave Philadelphia sitting 1 and 2 at the moment. So now it will be time for third stones. Time for Gretchen to, I'm sorry, this is for Plainfield, I apologize. Time for Lynn to throw one down, with Plainfield sitting the 2. Just a little bit later than he would have liked. And still leaves Plainfield sitting the 2.
I would imagine the hit here, Dave. A hit and roll under.
That wouldn't be the worst call. I think I'd probably play that with a bit of a lighter weight. Maybe a solid board weight would feel good right now. And they're taking about 2 stones worth of ice. So let's see, here comes Kim. This is, if I am correct, Kim's 5th year of curling. So I believe we're looking at her swan song at the Childs. coming down, and the stone is away. It's got plenty of room to work. Jeannie is trying to will it over, but it will not, so it will still be the 2 stones for Plainfield. I didn't know if you knew them at all, so I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Just trying.
Do you be aggressive here, Dave, and just draw into the top of the 4-foot undercover?
It looks like the call is for kind of like a counting guard here to be full 12-foot. So shots away from skip Kate Trela. And that one does come to rest, sitting 3rd shot. So it is Plainfield sitting 1, 2, and 3. This is an A-event game. You heard my partner receive a text message there. We don't call him Many Beers O'Donnell for nothing. In fact, we have all A-event games going on in the house right now. So you could say this is our feature draw of the evening. So after some deliberation, we are coming down here with the hammer, the last stone for Plainfield. And it is an open draw for 4. That's not a bad way to start off, is it, Mark?
No, I'd love to have an open draw for 4.
Absolutely. I'd take that most days.
Among other things.
So it's on its way. They're coming on down.
Oh, the weight looks good.
Well, it looks really good. All you have to do is touch the paint here, and that you just did.
That's a nice shot.
It's a good shot. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4 for Plainfield. after 1 end to play. 4-0 in favor of Plainfield.
Well, Dave, this is the first all-girls event I've attended. And I have to admit, the warm room smells a lot better than a men's tournament.
Indeed, Mark. I can't say I disagree with you. In general, the scenery is far better on the eyes than a all-men's event. Unless that's your deal.
It could be.
Ron wants the TSN music between the ends. So count them up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Da, 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 da. There you go.
Dave, the man of many talents.
It starts off with a Plainfield Rock in the biting the 8-foot on the center line. A good result, and the call is for Jeannie Moylan to throw a corner guard here. Now, as we've been seeing, well, don't want to say all weekend, but at least for 36 hours, a good deal of curl on the ice, about 4.5 to 5 feet. Is that what you've been seeing at league nights, Mark?
Yes, especially since the new scraping pattern.
Yeah, we did adapt a much more aggressive scraping pattern where we are getting far further down towards the base of the pebble. And what that has really allowed to happen is for the stones to be traveling basically solely on new pebble as opposed to the amalgamation of old pebble which had accumulated, which has helped to reduce the amount of dished effect that we've had, and also helped to keep the speed up a good time too. And Rob, I don't think I'm going to do that every time. I'm sorry. And it looks like our third man in the booth has a couple nice pieces of Italian bread from Altamonte's Bakery, right on York Road in Warminster, along with some potluck pastas. It looks like we got some meat ziti and a looks like a squash ziti as well.
Oh, you shouldn't have stepped on it.
Fabulous.
Well, that's one thing that, you know, I'm really proud to be a member of our club because I think we really do food right.
I have to concur.
A bonspiel runs by the stomachs of the players there.
Ding, ding.
So it's 1 red right now for Plainfield. Calling on second, Teak Washington to draw a second one in.
That looks a little hot.
Waiting for it to curl. Might not take the curl at this weight. On the way into the house, and Kim Cooper will give it a nice courtesy sweep through the house.
Whoops.
And Kim right now is now she can hit at this point. And she is looking to peel the 3 guard that's out there right now. I think more than anything else right now, Mark. By the way, that is Minimir's actual name. His name is Mark.
Not many people know that.
Yeah, I know that's news to most people.
No idea.
Yeah, but he has a legal name. It was given to him as Mark.
It was given to me.
He did not always accept it. But anyway, we're peeling the guard right now, and I think more than anything else, this is just to try to find a way in to get your feet under you, score a point or two with this end, and not feel like you're have your feet to the fire as much.
Oh yeah, you got plenty of game left. One here is fine. Like you say, get yourself comfortable.
Well, but here's what I'm thinking, guys. There's plenty of game left, but also plenty of house left. And I'm not sure that red has cut the house down enough to keep blue out.
Oh, I'm 100% there. But Kim definitely went with that early peel to make sure she wasn't in a bad spot.
That tick was also effective to move the blue a little bit further out of the way, making the shot rock in the house accessible.
And at the moment right now, from our perspective, we can see about a third of the rock. As you can see at home as well. So the call instead is to draw on the in-turn side.
The line looks good. I just don't know about the weight.
It's a little bit tight.
There's plenty of line. There's line all. No, you're right. Sweeping the living bejesus out of it. Oh, a little rub.
A hair more sweeping would have been okay.
Yeah, but if you flashed all that, I think you go through the back.
Yeah.
Because even with that rub, you end up at the back of the 8. So.
I like
Yeah, go ahead, Mark. Take it.
I said I like a rub in the back of the 8, but that's fine.
I'm glad I waited for that. So the next touch down complete. And it is a lovely draw. It's going to get right to the top of the 4-foot, and I don't know if you're going to place the stone better than that.
That is a nice shot.
Very, very nice.
So now Kim appears to want to go after the hit on the red on the 8-foot, which she contemplated a little bit earlier and then turned away from. And
I mean, I guess she could just throw the shot she just threw with the same weight. It would push that back out, wouldn't it?
And ultimately, it looks like she is going back to that in-turn side to throw a little bit of a softer weight shot. She asked what Gretchen could see, and apparently it wasn't enough.
It's got a lot of curling to do.
I think that's all over the back blue.
Not a bad result, but not the intended result.
Indeed, they are still, they're sitting second, and it is still red with the shot stone. Blue does have the last rock, the hammer. It is a very lively warm room behind us on this Friday evening at Bucks County Curling Club. For the Elizabeth Childs Challenge of 2019, it is a record 40 teams with us this weekend, and we are thrilled to be the host of it. Everybody's enjoying their dinner. A nice pasta potluck.
Oh, I think this is going to be a fine shot here.
That's pretty good because it leaves you sitting 1, 2, and 3 without the last stone. So now, this is where the belt starts to tighten around the Philadelphia rink. So the call from Kim right here is to throw about backline or hack weight and come down to the shot stone.
This is going to start to dive real soon.
Yeah, the brushes are on it. They're on it hard. You have to get past that top one. While you're past the first guard, you're past the second guard, but you're going to wreck into the house. Ooh.
That cuts red down by 1.
It does come down by 1, but don't know how much it really advances your cause right now. But so the call right away from the skip from Plainfield, Kate Trela, is to throw a guard to try to cover all that. Now she's taking the edge of the sheet for ice. And Mark, do you think that's enough ice?
I think that's a lot of ice.
It's a good deal of ice for sure. But do you think you'll still be covering that blue with that?
We'll see. If she throws it light, it will crash towards the middle. And if she throws it a little heavy, hey, a little tip off that blue wasn't bad.
So you have a few different options to make this shot right now. And right here in the peanut gallery, taking a well-deserved respite, is our food chairperson, Cassie Dragos. We thank her very much for keeping all the curlers fed.
Yeah, hell of a job, Cass.
Well done, Cassie.
Well, that is the problem going that far outside, Dave. You catch a little bit of that frost, and it'll eat it up.
Absolutely, because it's the first rock down that way. You don't know what's, a little bit of the fresher pebble. You haven't walked down it. You really haven't swept it, so you don't know what's going to do. So that leaves us with Philadelphia and Kim Cooper debating what her next shot is. And I don't know, Mark. I kind of like throwing a back line deal right now to take up the shot rock. How about you?
Are you looking at maybe ticking off your blue and over, or just going right at it?
I think you can just get right to it.
That high guard, I don't know if we can see.
It's relatively lined up. But then again, I'm 100% from here.
You'd hate to use your own stone to come in because you're going to lose that. And you're only sitting 1 again, but you need to sit 1.
It's not well, true, but you're not sitting anyway right now. They're sitting the 2 against you.
That's definitely like hackish weight, I think.
And the shot's coming down from Kim Cooper right now.
I do like this sort of cattle shoot to the target.
Yeah, I kind of like it too. Here it comes. It's going to need a little wick.
That's all right. The wick will help her here.
It does wick over.
Oh, a little too much.
Well, and it cuts it down. It's just now 1 for Plainfield. So Plainfield sitting the 1, Philadelphia 2 and 3.
Dave, I think I would actually guard up the other side because you could actually run red into blue into red and be sitting.
Mark, are you sure you're drinking Miller Lite?
I'm just saying.
Well, that may be there, but that's one hell of an ask.
It can be done.
And apparently we can balance our budget too, but here we are today. So the call is a guard on the intern side to make any potential play from the Cooper rink a lot more difficult. Kate Trela sporting Plainfield Curling Club t-shirts. Plainfield has a good amount of cool attire and some neat pins. I kind of like the license plate pin myself. And this guard is in a good spot. This is a shot where the line was far more important than the weight. So Kim's here looking.
I think she's looking at the shot I just mentioned, Dave.
I don't think so, Mark.
I like that shot.
Ian, after digesting some supper here, what do you think Kim's looking at?
Interesting end, Dave. I would like to.
I'd like pie, but that's just me.
Yeah, and apparently we ate all the pie yesterday on 3.14. Oh well. I would like to hit the red into the blue and try to get rid of the red that's on the top of the button.
I like that call. I've heard that before, Ian.
Last call for dinner from our kitchen crew, led by Casey Drogos.
Her friends call her Cassie.
Did I say Casey?
You certainly did.
Sorry.
She's not at bat, but that's okay.
There is no joy in Mudville
I don't see any way of getting in on that side.
for mighty Casey has struck out. Yeah, I don't know what the heck you're throwing at right now. Somehow I do actually like your shot, and it really pains me to say that.
Thank you, Dave. I mean, it means a lot to me.
I'll broom slam you later.
Oh, he does broom slam me.
And that one goes all the way by, so it will be a steal of one for Plainfield, make the score 2. 5-0. And
perhaps that was the point.
Indeed, indeed. So we'll take this moment to take a look around the barn. And on sheet A, we do have the Charlotte rink with a 4-0 lead over the Triangle rink of Shashowski. And on sheet C, it is a 3-0 advantage for the Gustafson rink of Broomstones. And sheet D is still in the second end. And it's a 1-0 lead for O'Grady from Jersey Pinelands, who is patiently waiting for their opponent from Plainfield to.
I'm sorry, was that Jersey or Judgy?
Jersey.
All right.
Either one is correct.
I mean, their club's not really in the Pinelands.
No.
No, not, it's in Mount Laurel. That's not Pinelands at all.
No.
But it is a more creative name than Bucks County, so I'll give you that. Jersey Pinelands, of course, a arena club located, they call the Igloo in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Founded by Frank and Jane Sharp, who have also founded the Diamond State Curling Club in Newark, Delaware, so they are quite the curling evangelists.
Have to agree, they're lovely people.
Lovely and somewhat eccentric, but aren't most curlers in some way.
That is true.
The war room's definitely starting to pipe up behind us, so we apologize for that if it.
It's getting a little bit much in here.
Yeah, just a touch. So back in our feature game, Plainfield has a center guard followed up by one underneath on the 8-foot. The center guard is quite long. It's in the 1 position. And not just use terminology on our viewers at home, Ian. So what do I mean when I say 1?
Do I have to count for you?
1. How did I do?
Fantastic. That was a little bit of a corner guard there.
I think they need to set up the guards right now. They need to get multiples here.
On swingy ice, if you're going to count more than 1, you need to put up some junk in the front.
Absolutely. Everybody likes junk in the front, and everybody enjoys multiples.
That is true.
So shots coming down. It's trying to be a draw underneath everything. It's going to work a little bit, and it's going to be about the weight they want. It's going to come to the back of the button. It will be pretty well exposed right now, so it will give an opportunity for for Philadelphia rather, and Kristen Lott.
I guess you would like to sit on that, Dave, or?
I'd sit on that.
Well, the call right now is to sit on that right now, yes. I believe they plan to sit on it without rotating.
Sweep!
It's a little narrow out of the hand.
Little tight and a little light. Gotta get on it.
That's got to go.
Gotta go.
That's got to
Gotta go.
They're on it
Gotta
early.
go.
Come on. I think they're going to get it in there.
They're on it. They're getting close to the guard. You have to get by. You have to get by. You are by.
That
and
is
you are
great
all the way
sweeping.
down
That
to be
is
shot stone.
great sweep in there.
Outstanding.
That was a front end shot there.
That shot is brought to you by Front End Local 215. So now, Teak is looking to have an answer. You follow down, there's room because the pin is exposed. It's available. This one looks to be just a skosh heavy.
Is it going to come back? Is it going to come back?
Oh,
Enough. It's coming back, but it taps the red stone and not enough to get to the top of the blue rock. So blue is still shot in a very favorable position.
Do you like sitting on this one or actually trying to draw top 4 under cover?
I think you come right down to it right now, Mark. If it's my shot to throw,
Even though that would give them a pocket to lay in on.
get there first. It's coming down. It's looking really good. They're pretty happy with it. It's a little heavier than they like.
That's fine.
It does rattle around a little bit. It is 2 stones right now for Philadelphia as we play here in the third end. So Plainfield trying to follow it down. They are in a little bit of this draw war right now. Right now, everything is kind of talking Philadelphia's way, but if Plainfield can get there, that's going to change the script dramatically. The sweepers are on it quite hard.
I think this is going to be a nice shot here.
It's getting really close to the guard, though. It's getting really... Oh, and it gets by.
Oh, boy.
And that
is
will
a
be
good
shot
shot.
stone. That is a pistol right there. What a curling shot. And that great shot is brought to you by Jameson.
A fine Irish whiskey on an Irish weekend.
Jameson, keeping Irish people drunk since 17 whatever.
Since at least 10:30 last night.
Indeed. So, real question here right now. You have 3 stones left if you're Philadelphia. I'm half tempted to peel the guard and try to get a better look at this right now.
Which one are you going to peel, the one or the one sitting in the top left?
I'd peel the long guard right now, and so I have a better look at this.
Okay.
So electing to draw in the opposite direction.
Interesting.
So Gretchen Stone's away, and
it's got to move.
It's definitely hanging just a touch. It looks to be...
Oh, this might actually clip their blue unless they're playing a raise.
Well, that may have been the call.
That might have been the call.
Yeah, but there's not enough steam to do it. That will leave Plainfield sitting the 1. And we see that we have a fine variety of desserts available to us. We have a beautiful sugar cookie, nice brownie, a apple pie, and some cheesecake.
It's good to be me.
So this one's away. It was called to be a draw, but a guard's a hell of an outcome right now. So up 5, it leaves Plainfield sitting 1, virtually on the pin. And Kim's being a little aggressive here. She is calling a shot to be on the top 4 foot, potentially to set up her next shot.
I might be peeling the guards, but...
Well, I was suggesting that with the last rock.
Yeah, Dave did actually call that.
Huh.
So at least I got a little bit of validation here.
Well, I agreed with your Jameson comment.
Yes, you did. So, just a touch heavier than you wanted, but it doesn't necessarily hurt you because you may have access to the pin off your own rock.
Yeah, if this guard somehow doesn't get thrown in the right position, you have that shot.
So here comes Skip Kate-Trela.
She's going way on the outside again. She's see if she learned her lesson from the last hand and give it a little bit more gusto.
Well, we've seen a decent number of stones coming down this way. So Tree was on it right away, and Tree and Sydney are both at it pretty hard right now. Take credit.
Oh, they're sweeping it in a nice position. That's a pretty good guard.
Yeah, that's not so bad because right now that cuts off any draw weight shot. So any shot you're going to throw is going to be with more of a hit weight. And I don't think there is a shot off the blue right now. I know if you're looking at home right now on the overhead, it looks like it might be there, but look at it on the front view, as you see on the right side of your screen. There ain't bupkis there.
Nah, I mean, you could see about, what, 60% of that blue.
So it looks like Kim is going to try to draw all the way around the other side, and many beers. I don't know if that's there.
Well, if she hits the top of the form,
To me, I would try coming down to the blue, and if you're narrow, you maybe peel those two front red ones out of the way and give yourself an opening.
Well, there's no opening. This is a hammer.
Oh, well, that's probably why I wouldn't do that.
fair.
As back-to-back broadcasts, I got that one on.
I've once guarded with hammer shot.
I have done that as well. I don't think there's many skips who haven't went to call a guard with their hammer, and hopefully their vice corrects them quietly. So at the final rock, it will be a steal of 1, so it will be 6.
Well, there's
No, Dave, there's another
one more.
Yeah, so obviously.
I'm so totally wrong.
So maybe we're wrong.
Maybe I was wrong. The stones are not in the barn. I mean, where is the other?
Obviously, she's got one more.
It is all the way back against the boards.
It's in the hack.
No, well, Kim's other rock.
Oh.
It's like way the heck back here. Like I can almost pick it up from where I'm sitting.
Oh.
You can't even see it.
Is it Kim's?
Yeah, Kim's throwing blue, so yeah.
All right.
There it is. Oh, you see how far back that is?
It's a long way.
Yeah, stop blaming me.
Oh, I'll blame you.
All day.
Sarah, you are an angel.
So it's the final skip stone for Kate. Kate's sitting 1, and she's trying to guard the shot which Kim thinks is there, which I'm not sold on.
That's you're asking a lot.
I think it's more likely on the other side.
Oh, I agree indeed. And we're joined outside the booth by Matt Fry.
Oh, hello there, Matt.
Oops, sorry.
Well, it's coming down to this shot here, Dave. I don't know what you got other than maybe throwing it. You got to hit that blue and come in on the in-off. And you can only see about 60% of it.
Yeah, I don't see how you get to the inside edge of that at all.
It's got to curl a ton.
Yeah, it looks like she's just trying to draw the pin, but got the broom way outside the right at the edge of the 12, and that one guard is going to cause some pause, I think.
So she's going to try to go on the outside of the one guard to get in.
Yeah, she's trying to go all the way around.
Oh, that's asking a lot.
Well, she's hoping that the sheet is dished like mini golf, and while we do have a lot of curl here, we're not necessarily dished on all the sheets to where it just bounces back like that. So now I feel I can firmly say It's a steal one.
Wait, what?
Don't stop him. He's on a roll, Ian.
Sorry.
Well, Plainfield's playing a pretty good game here. They are putting the pressure on Philadelphia.
Absolutely. So it is Plainfield scoring again. Taking a look around the barn in the other event games, which we have across the barn tonight. It is Charlotte with a 5-0 lead over Triangle after 3 ends. Over on sheet C, we have a tie game between Schenectady and Broomstones. Januszewski and Gustafson. And over on sheet D, we are still waiting the end of the 3rd end. But it is a 2-0 lead for Bridget O'Grady over Stratus of Plainfield. First shot for Plainfield here on our feature game is right to the button. And Kim Cooper is electing to come right down to it. What do you think of this, Ian, of this particular choice of strategy?
I like that tap very much.
What would make you elect that as opposed to throwing the more traditional corner guard at that point?
Well, I think you need a dirty end. You're down a lot. You've got to get some rocks in play. And I like the tap to the back rather than the takeout to keep the red rocks as back guards. So I like this shot a lot.
And in response, we have a second draw right down onto it. It does tap the blue rock back, and it will be red sitting shot.
Now, if red can just tap that at an angle, it'll all be good. But it's going to be a long end of doing the same thing.
So we'll see what Philadelphia and Jeannie Moylan can do with the Bluestones. Looks to be a skosh narrow.
Yeah,
The brushes are all over it.
I'd say maybe let it come across there.
Kristen Lott, Gretchen. It hits it dead nose. And leaves it sitting shot stone for Plainfield, but behind the tee line, so Philadelphia is still in charge of the house of the stone in front. And the response from the Plainfield skip is to throw a center line guard. Taking a good 6 feet of ice.
It was a little bit narrow, but I think this is going to help her if the weight is not too strong.
It looks like the weight's all there. The sweepers have no interest in this rock. In fact, trying to will it over.
And I think they did will it over enough.
Well, it's a little more congested now.
Unfortunately, the red rock did not overlap with the blue rock, so an opportunity exists there.
The Brew Rock is always a good one to shoot at.
Indeed.
Pop a top and drink it.
I hear you. If they can hold this, it could be a good shot. But I think it's all over the red.
I think that's what they're hoping for.
Which is not a bad shot here. Oh, just took the blue out enough, though.
Yeah.
Maybe letting it hit more of the red.
I was thinking so.
You know who we need in the booth to join us as a special guest? Brent Larson.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yes. Where is the Honorable Brent?
He's probably deep in the interwebs somewhere.
I think he's back home with Sylvia. But we do need to make it a point to get Brent Larson here.
Yeah, I'm an advocate of more Brett.
So we have a question from the web stream from Jeannie Moylan, and well, since Jeannie Moylan is on the ice, I'm going to assume it's from John Moylan. And John Moylan is asking Mark, what the F is a Temperer?
The Temperer is a Temple alumnus who likes to dress up and drink a lot.
Do you really even care what happens in the game?
Yes, I do pull for the home team, and like to think that we're part of bringing in some of the crowd. But the alcohol is fun as well.
So that's Mark O'Donnell, our very own Many Beers, who is Temperer 1.
This is going to be a nice shot. This is going to be a real nice shot.
Oh, that's a fabulous shot.
That is fine, and on the button there with backing.
Yeah, so now you have Philadelphia sitting 1 with backing, and they're sitting 1 and 3. It's going to be really tough to remove the blue Philadelphia rock at this moment. And I believe the call for Plainfield is actually just to come on down to it, and I don't mind this a little bit because, you know, you just kind of cut down and give them one all day here, right?
It's an interesting call because if you tap it too hard, well, no, if you tap it, red gets 1, but not 2. But if you wreck on the guard, oh boy. Now, if blue can come down and tap the shot on the button, they get 2.
Indeed.
You knew that?
Yep.
Huh. Did everybody on the internet know that?
It's quite possible.
Oh.
I just go along for the fun.
Fun.
So still away from Philadelphia right now.
Looks light.
It's going to serve to guard the shot stone, which may not have been the call, but it's not the worst outcome. Now,
It's not a horrible outcome.
now you're in the 4th and down 6, you would be preferably scoring more than 1 right now, but I don't see how you're not scoring right now.
Maybe more than 1.
It is still possible indeed.
Here comes Potomac.
So the Plainfield rock coming down.
Appears to be over curling.
It actually rolled back at the last second.
Yeah.
I guess you got to go for that outside.
Yeah, well, Kim thinks she can still find enough of the 4-foot to lay to. And I think that draw is there with the curl we have.
Yeah, you only have to touch a little bit of yellow here to outcount that back red.
Absolutely, this side is wide open. So Gretchen's rock is away. Janie and Kristen are on it right now. They're on it real hard.
They're on it a bit.
On it hard. They're on it hard for line. They're going. They're going. They're going.
They can carry this.
They're going to carry, but are they going to get past the guard? And it will be a little bit light and on the guard.
Okay. All right.
It's getting tight. The busy end. A lot of rocks in play.
Indeed. Who would the Bucks County Curling Club would ever think that I am the straight man in this broadcast? So Kate's first rock has come away. Just proved my point, Mark.
That's why we love them, boys. That's why we love them.
So here it comes down. It looks, this looks dreadfully light.
It looks like a hog.
Yeah, this is not going to make it at all.
Is there any way to tap those blues to get that one in?
No.
The one red?
The outside blues.
Oh, I see what Mark's saying. And they're taking a look at it. Kim has just gestured to it now to try to maybe tap blue and get the blue that's currently just off the 4 foot into the 4 foot fully.
In fact, my neighbor offered me that a couple of years ago, and foolishly I declined it.
And you've had blue stones ever since.
Yeah.
You're right there, partner.
I think I just swallowed my words.
Probably for the better. So here's Kim's last stone.
Oh, if this could touch yellow, this is fine.
Oh, she's trying to catch a piece of the yellow. She's trying to
get a little bit more.
No! Just a bit over curled.
It's not her last stone. She still has one left.
She does.
And so does red.
Indeed. So, but red's, well, I mean, you're winning by 6, so I don't want to really say it this way, but red's not scoring this end.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, red's job is to, you know, right now if you're red, you're saying, I need to make sure that Kim and Philadelphia get 1, and that's all it is.
Obviously just guard that draw that she just drew, because I think if she would throw that same shot and sit on top of her blue, she'll outcount that red.
Well, it is, yeah, that's definitely there, so anything short of the T line here is good, I would think.
Yeah. There's also a draw down the outside. On the stream screen, it's on the left side. I think if it came with a little bit of backhouse weight, you might dislodge the shot rock and do something good for red.
Here it comes after a
Well, yet another draw guard.
Yep.
After a rather casual relationship with the headline.
So right now, Kim is looking to see how she can possibly score more than one, and she is looking at the raise on the blue on her own blue to take out the red, which would, if made, score 4.
That's a high bar.
And with this ice, it looks like she's planning to just draw this side instead. They all look tough, Ian.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I favor here. It's a tough spot to look at.
But you had to try to make something happen. You can't be happy with one right now. You're down by 6. You had the hammer. You're sitting 1. You had to go.
Maybe you nose the one on the top center and get rid of the blue. I don't know. That might help you to get rid of a couple more reds. But
This looks a little light, maybe. I don't know. I think
where is it going to end up?
I think it's going to tap that.
Still
blue.
going
Where
down.
is it
It's on
going to
the
end
blue.
up?
It's not.
That's going to end up as our center line guard.
And it will be just a score of 1 right now for Philadelphia. So after 4 ends, it will be 6-1 in favor of Plainfield. And we'll take this opportunity to take a look around the K&J Magnetics Ice Shed, where magnets are both fun and cool. You can visit knjmagnetics.com. On sheet A, we have the Blue Stones of Charlotte with a 5-1 lead over Triangle.
Looks like a North Carolina grudge match there.
Indeed, indeed. On sheet C, we have a tie game in the 4th at 3-3 between Schenectady and Broomstones. And on sheet D, we have a 3-0 lead from O'Grady from Jersey Pinelands over Plainfield. And that brings you up to date as we come back to the action here in the 5th end.
Well, we have a corner guard, and we're waiting for what's next. Here comes the Redstone. Looks a little bit light to me.
And there goes another beer for Mike's sidekick.
Kifnick.
So Kim right here, she's down by 5 right now after 4, and trying to feel a little bit aggressive, and I don't mind this a little bit. She's calling the draw underneath the guards.
I think she was actually calling for another guard on the, like maybe a 3 guard just outside here. But this might work out fine. Oh, this is going to be nice.
Kind of looks like it's what I said it was.
It must be nice to be right all the time.
I am certainly not.
Very, very nice.
That's not bad at all, but it is fully exposed from the intern side. So the call is to just kind of tap it back. It looks like back line weight-ish. brushes are on it. Teak and Lynn are wet all over this stone.
They're going to drag that into the house very, very nicely.
It will not be the shot stone. It will be second shot.
But it still leaves the shot rock exposed.
Right, and Kim Cooper, rightly feeling the need to keep her foot on the gas, is going to draw the top of the forefoot.
Put another one in there.
Best guard without hammer is second shot. Am I wrong?
You are not wrong.
Okay. So they have to wait for it. It's a little bit wide, but if you wait for it, it's going to come back.
It's coming back now.
If you wait for it, now, sweep it right
This
at the
is
end.
going to be a fine shot.
Right at the end, right now, a little bit of finish, a little bit of finish.
That's fine.
That's not bad at all. Is Philadelphia sitting the 2 at this? Well, no, sorry, sitting the 1, but well guarded.
I guess we start taking out right now.
I think up by 5 right now. I'd be removing some
firing
blue
away,
rocks.
yes. This is going to work out.
Yeah, it's not so bad. It does.
It's not bad. And it gives them a tap up here.
It does tap it back and leave Philadelphia saying the 1. Plainfield saying 2 and 3. So Kim has to start to do some. Right now, Kim is doing a little bit of scoreboard math and realizing that, I could probably steal 1 right now without an issue, but not so sure that's enough. Mark, this is where you talk.
I'm thinking inside voice.
All righty then.
This is where I'm usually in trouble, Dave.
Terry Byer throwing down the sheet.
Terry Byer, no.
If they can tick this out, it's okay.
That was last game, buddy.
That's okay.
We're coming up now the second for Plainfield, Teak Washington. It's going to take a run at this blue rock.
Well, obviously you would like to hit it, and I would love the stone to roll out because you don't want to give them anything to sit on.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all.
But the object is to hit it first.
That's a hackish weight.
I think it's on the guard.
It is on the guard indeed. And it will just roll everything clear. It leaves the rock from Philadelphia fully exposed right now, just behind the button.
What do you like, Dave? Top 4 here?
Top 4, well, top 4 is the most aggressive call you can have here because then you are daring the other team to throw the double India. The most conservative call is just a biter. But
that's got to work a lot. They got to be patient on this. It will go over. If the weight's fine.
Yeah, it certainly will, and here it comes.
I mean, they're sweeping for weight. This is coming over. This is end line. You are correct, Dave. End line. That's okay. That's okay.
That's a great shot. It's right there, right at the top of the 8-foot. So it is Philadelphia sitting the 1 fully buried. And the call from Plainfield is to ask Lynn to come around.
We have an update request on sheet C.
Well, on sheet C right now after 4 ends, we have a 5-3 lead with the Gustafson rink from Broomstones over Schenectady.
Oh, this is going to tap Blue Whip.
Yeah, this come around attempt is actually going to raise Blue to be second shot.
Okay.
And that makes things quite a bit more interesting.
Yeah,
right now, Mark.
this game has definitely become interesting now.
So Kim is going to call the 3 guard-ish, because she is sitting at 2 right now. She does not have the last stone.
Obviously, she just drew this line earlier. It's a little further outside. It's going to have to work a lot more.
Yeah, they're going to have to wait for that.
It's going now, and this is where they can pull it.
Right, we've seen this all weekend. As once it takes a break, you can really drag it over.
And they're dragging it over fine. It's
not quite as far as you'd like.
Yeah. If you look at the overhead shot, it looks like it's covering more than what it looks like it's wide open for the hit here.
Yeah, you know, as you can see from the webcast, you can see that rock all day. So we're going to have a double takeout attempt from the Plainfield Curling Club.
Well, the double is that would be a pretty good double if she could make this.
Now, Mark, are you a fan of this turn for this?
No, I like the other handle coming at this.
Well, you know your handles.
But I do know my handles. And sometimes it's lazy, sometimes it's not.
Well, this stone is wide and is all over the blue guard. And this is going to have the unfortunate outcome of guarding the blue stones that are shot.
All right, Dave, now, being the aggressive guy that I am, I would tap my blue up a little further and then sit for another tap possibly later.
Well, Mark, going on that aggressive stream, I agree with you, but I think the better / easier shot is to throw a hit on the stone that is the red stone on the tee line and try to skid her into the
I see that. That is actually that is a good call there, Dave. Because if you can get that in, you are still guarded by your one on the top floor.
Right, and the enemy red rocks are corner hooked, and I really don't know how they get to you. And that's going to set you up for a potential steal of 3 and put you right back into the game.
You are correct, sir.
But that is not the call that we're seeing right now. So right now the call is to throw the draw.
Are they just trying to guard that, or?
Well, they got the edge of the 12-foot, so we'll see where we end up with. And yeah, the guard appears to be the call. That's where the indication is from Gretchen.
Hey, I guess taking 2 here, maybe that's sometimes my problem.
That's not stealing 2 is good any day of the week.
Yes. This could actually, that's a good shot. That's a good shot here. And that still leaves your shot there.
And with that said, right, as you said, that's only your first rock if you're Philadelphia. There are more stones to come. Now, it does appear that Plainfield is possibly looking at the shot off their own.
That would be if you're up now 6-2, 6-1, right?
6-1, yeah.
I would definitely go for that shot. It is worth the gamble here.
Yeah, I don't mind this a little bit.
Because even if you're strong with that in-off, you have backing to sit in the house. with that ice, Dave, she is definitely going for the in-off, I believe, here.
Oh, I 100% agree.
She threw it, but maybe that's almost draw weight, though. I don't think it's enough weight for an in-off.
Well, the brushes are all over it right now. So
I believe that's going to crash up front.
yeah, Teak and Cindy are brushing their hearts out. It's past the first guard. It is onto their own. It's going to raise it up, but not quite
not
far
enough. I say exactly the shot you just called 2 shots ago right now. But I think they're going to guard that instead of going for it.
Well, and not a fan of this, Mark. I feel like this is your real chance to get back in the game.
Yeah, 6'4" looks a lot better than 6'3".
Take a shot with the nail and you still have 3 ends of play. And really, what is your downside here?
Yeah, I mean, even if you do not get it and you remove the red stone, I guess she's thinking maybe they could go for the draw. I mean, that's definitely going to be guard weight. What do you think, Ian? Indeed. Thank you. Actually, all right. She didn't really cover what she needed to cover there, but let's see what happens.
So we're coming down with the final stone of the end, the hammer for...
Well, you definitely took the in-off off. You cannot see that shot right now.
No, absolutely not.
You could possibly throw a heavy draw and tick that blue. I don't know if you could get around that guard that's in the 12-foot.
I mean, right now, if you had to throw a stone to score, you had to raise the red that's in the long two position and then raise something else in. And, yeah, that sucks.
Look, I've seen crazier things happen here, but you could throw something in that blue that's high, that goes into that red, that goes into that red, that goes in off of that blue.
But I'm pretty sure that discretion is the better part of valor right now.
Again, giving up 2 here, and you come back with hammer. Just play the safe side.
It sounds good to me.
And I always like to come home with hammer.
Well, we're only in the 5th end, so we got a while to go.
But if you play the scoreboard right.
Oh, sure, absolutely. The logic is always to score in the even ends.
Even though this is an odd. This is fine. I think she's just going to try, maybe come in with a heavy draw and get in around that guard.
Yeah. I don't know how much this is here, but, well, here we go.
I mean, like you said, it's just worth a shot, right? What's the negative that could happen here?
Yeah, not much come this way. You're probably not going to do any harm.
Yeah, I don't think you could hurt yourself here at all.
You'd have to be really, really, really unlucky to raise that blue on the 4-foot line.
A little narrow at the delivery. I think she's on the blue, but
it could be.
No, they're going to be on it. Actually,
it's not so bad.
No, actually, wow, she can get past his guard. This is a fine shot. No, I think she's taking it.
It's on the blue, and it will be a score, and indeed a steal of 2 for blue. So 2 for Philadelphia. After 5, the score is 6-3 in favor of Philadelphia. So we'll take a look at the scoreboard, sponsored by K&J Magnetics, the strongest magnets in the world. On sheet A, it is a 5-3 advantage in favor of Charlotte over Triangle. On sheet C, it is a 5-3 lead for Broomstones over Schenectady. And on sheet D, it is 4-0 for Bridget O'Grady and Jersey Pinelands over Plainfield. And here we come in the 6th.
The grill. It's raining out.
Girls inside.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We saw it. They're playing the
We'll do
British
it
off.
quicker than
Yeah.
Okay.
Inside.
Okay.
So adjourning for the evening is our food coordinator, Cassie Dragos. We thank her very much for keeping us fed and in well spirits.
She really is a godsend, isn't she, Dave?
She is my curling wife. You have to be a curler to understand these things.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
For those of you who don't understand these things, her actual significant other is perfectly okay with this arrangement.
Because he has a curling wife.
He certainly does. And I'm the curling boyfriend to his curling wife.
It's a menage a trois of curling.
Indeed. So Ryan, neodymium magnets are the strongest magnets in the world. In fact, they actually hold up our ceiling here. We have a reflective low-E ceiling at Bucks County Curling Club, and it's held on to our steel roof girders by neodymium magnets. And they are provided to us by K&J Magnetics, located in Pipersville, Pennsylvania. A wonderful locally owned business, and also great friends of curling. So buy magnets, they are both fun and cool.
We cannot say that enough. Well, if this can get in, this will be a good shot.
That's what she said.
Hi-oh. Oh, this is just going to tick on the outside.
Oh, that really is good. It will be the shot stone.
Okay, so now you can just lay on top of that now.
So once again, it's the 6th end here on our featured sheet. I'm Dave Schmel. I'm joined by Mark Many Beers O'Donnell and occasionally by Ian Alexander.
If this can clear the guard, this will also be a fine shot. I think they got it past the guard. This is going to be fine, Dave.
I think they do. It is a pass to guard, but the
Is it enough weight? Is it enough? Oh, I think it overcurled.
It's going to overcurl to just getting the guard, but it does lay corner frozen to the shot stone. So it is 1 red, but 2-3 for Philadelphia. And it leaves me wondering why my broadcast partner received 2 more drinks. And I'm sitting here like a redhead stepchild.
It's good to have friends, Dave.
I thought I had friends.
Usually I would be getting your drink, but I'm broadcasting tonight. If anybody's listening in the club, we could use a drink for Mr. Dave Schmidt.
I can get this done. Jessica.
Okay, I think they're going to try to come around the other side here, maybe do a little blue tap.
Yeah, we may have some blue action right now.
What do you think there, Ian?
I think blue looks good.
Especially when it's by you.
This is tight, tight, tight.
No, it's got room. It's got room.
Tight, tight, tight.
It's got room. It's got room. This is going to be fine. This is going to be fine. That's a nice shot.
That's a very good result. Somebody should be ringing a cowbell in the war room right now.
We do need more cowbell.
So it does leave Philadelphia sitting.
Sitting 2.
It looks like 2 for sure. I guess. Yep.
2 definitely.
Yep.
And a hit away for 4.
And we welcome back to the booth our colleague Ian Alexander.
Thank you, Dave. They need to sweep.
No, I think it's.
They need to sweep.
Oh, boy, did that
They
dive
need to
hard.
sweep hard.
That dove hard at the end. Ian does know our ice. We'll cut hard to the middle.
I heard your name used in vain.
Yeah, I heard my name too. What the hell's going on back there?
So the Elizabeth Childs Bonspiel is being done to a rock and roll theme. So we do hear in the background Guitar Hero being played. And that brings out all the, quote, fingers musical skills of some of our members.
Some of us are musically gifted.
And the rest of us are talented in drinking.
That as well. That's actually another fine shot.
This draw comes down, and it is Philadelphia with a solid 2, and
this is a very big end, Dave. This is a big end for this whole game.
oh, absolutely right now, because right now the angles are really not favoring Plainfield. Any hit that they're going to attempt on a blue stone is going to jam into another blue stone. So really you have a couple good shots right now. You can throw a nice draw into the button, or
Just come off your back red, maybe.
or frankly just throw a guard and prevent further damage at the moment.
I think they're going to tap blue here up a little bit.
So here comes a shot. It's coming down.
I don't think it has enough weight.
Well, it's back. It's almost backline weight, but it's going to be on the blue.
Oh boy.
And that raises the blue, and so now we're looking at 3 Philadelphia counters.
Boy, they want to guard in the worst way right now.
And that is the call from Kim. Now,
That's a lot of ice.
Mark, since you're calling about 6.5 feet of ice at this point, would you ever think to take the other turn for a guard?
Yes, but you would have to clear those 2 high guards, which would be a little difficult, I think.
And right now we're coming down the last 40 seconds left on our time clock. So we are playing on the 6th end on all sheets. The 6th end is completed on sheet A. They are doing a measure, but that means the 7th end has begun.
So that means they will be playing 8 on sheet A.
That means sheet A is going to be the only sheet playing 8 ends. So on our feature sheet, it will be a 7-end game.
Okay. And not to be amiss, that was actually a pretty good guard. I mean, there is a hit.
Oh, that didn't suck at all. That was pretty
No,
good.
I mean, this might be a little narrow. I think no, maybe not. I think they are holding it with the sweep. Now that's going to crash. But this might open it up, which is not a bad thing here.
And Ryan will get to the other sheets. We generally get circle around the house after the ends on our feature sheet. And we also rely on them to post a score, which doesn't always happen.
That is correct. All right, I would say another guard here, Dave.
Oh, all day, because, I mean, you're sitting 3.
Yeah.
Right now, you're tying the.
You're tying the game.
You're gonna tie the game and come home without tied. Just because the next end will be the last end, so yeah, you have to protect what you have right here. And this is the first rock for Philadelphia skip Kim Cooper. This is Kim's 5th year, I do believe. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say most of the team is 5 years. Not to sound off color, but I'm pretty sure all these ladies have been around the curling block a little bit.
Yeah, when you get to the A's, they pretty much have a little bit of experience.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, we're all looking at winners right now, so it would make sense. This is the aspect, and here it comes down and
a little tap. It might have tapped too much. It really did.
You didn't want to do that because that opened it up.
It opens up the hit.
Okay, so right now, as you're looking at the webcast, I would say that the shot with the red stone is to hit a quarter of the blue stone touching the forefoot, which would double off the 2 blue stones and leave blue sitting 1. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, that's your shot. Yeah, blue would definitely be sitting 1. There's no way of getting there in all 3.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're trying to, you know, you're trying to get shot by a 22 instead of a
38
instead of a Modus right now, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's got to make this shot,
and it appears to be a downweight shot because we do have 2 feet of ice being taken.
And she's just trying to throw like a, you're saying down weight, okay. That's what I'm saying, more of a control-ish?
I'd say this almost looks like a board-ish.
Board weight, okay, that's fine. There is a potential to jam on the outside with that outside blue that it would still sit 2.
Yep.
That is definitely looks like down weight.
Yeah, so the stone's away. The sweepers are not on it at all.
No, I think that might have came out a little wide. Now, can she tick off something here and roll under?
Yeah, I think that possibility is gone.
Yeah, they maybe could have swept it and ticked off that red and over.
So it still leaves Philadelphia sitting 1, 2, and 3.
Possibly, I can't. I think that red might be out counting that blue on the outside.
I don't think so. It's 3 blue.
I agree.
So the call here is for a guard.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
time the game is, well, if you're Philadelphia, you're like, this is freaking awesome.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're looking being down 6-0, and if you could possibly come back and tie, I mean, you still have another end, but that is some serious mojo that went the other way.
That's, yeah, it's freaking sweet. So the final rock's away from Kim Cooper here.
This could actually look like a good guard here. I mean, it's tracking well.
I think I would have brushed it early to hold it, but
no, I think it's going to be just fine where it's at. That is a fine shot.
It's coming all the way down into the, wow, all the way to the floor.
That is a good freeze, and that's a fine shot.
Holy shit, you're sitting 1, 2, 3, and 4 now.
So, this is a shot here.
What do you do now?
I say you have to whack at it. You got to throw some weight and hope you clear out 3 possibly.
Absolutely. Well, we have some folks here in the peanut gallery right now. So,
Mr. Gregory Diggs.
so Greg, if you're red right now, what do you do with your last stone?
I go back in time until before the end started and try again.
That's a sound strategy. But unfortunately, the DeLorean cannot make it up to 88 miles an hour because the DMC was a piece of crap.
Well, she's still giving a lot of ice here, Dave. I think she's comfortable with the down weight throw. I just don't think you can get 3 out of there.
I think she's just whacking shit here.
I would throw as much weight as I could possibly throw and hope I hit something and stones would move.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to give up 4. 4 is
You don't want
bad.
to go 4. So if you could just hit any part of this blue, you're coming home with hammer at least top.
Yep. Okay, so we have a seminal moment in this game. Kate Trilla from Plainfield.
This is a big shot here.
Oh, absolutely. So Kate's getting ready to throw her last stone here.
She's reaching back and she's letting go right now. Oh, that looks a little tight.
The weight seems to be there. The brushes are on it. So here we go.
This could be all right. This
We
could be fine.
got Washington and Low. Washington and Low. They're sweeping it hard. They
This
got
could
to
be
bring it.
fine.
They got to bring it. They got to bring it.
That's gonna
and
be
here
fine.
it comes. It hits 1 and 2.
That's
And when you're all said and done, it's still 3 for Philadelphia.
I think she accomplished what she could do there, Dave. I mean, 3's better than giving up 4.
Absolutely. So, coming home in the 7th end due to time constraints, it is a tied ball game between Philadelphia and Plainfield. And it will be Plainfield with hammer the last stone. Taking a look around the K&J Magnetic Ice Shed. On Chi Day, a game that can go 8 ends.
It's tied up, too.
We have a tie game between Triangle and Charlotte in the A event game. And on Sheet C, we have a 8-3 lead. Broomstones over Schenectady on Sheet D. It is 4-1. Jersey Pinelands over Plainfield. Our good friends from right over in Mount Laurel.
They are our neighbors, aren't they?
They certainly are. We have had many a friendly with Jersey Pinelands, and we went over to their one-day spiel, the Devil Spiel. It's quite enjoyable. Have you been there yet, Mark?
No, I have not, and I would love to go there. In fact, I'd love to have a friendly with them here.
Well, you know, it's quite a good time at the Devil Spiel. They actually share time with a hockey rink. And for the Devil Spiel, they do actually get control of both rinks, so they do utilize up to 8 sheets of ice at that time. So it's quite the deal. And we do have handshakes on Sheet C. So it's a Gustafson rink from Broomstones over Januszewski of Schenectady. Congratulations to them. But it brings us back to what will be, hopefully, a very exciting last end on our feature game on B.
Well, Philly did the right thing, right? They threw a perfect center guard there on their first shot to try to junk up the middle to take the draws out. And I believe they're going to try to play another guard on the outside of that blue.
Yeah, so Philadelphia does not have a hammer. They need to steal. So when you need to steal, you want to throw a lot of guards. You throw all the guards you think you need to throw, and then maybe one more.
To quote a Nidrak, I love the top. So the guards are fun.
Nidrak would tap that all day.
Yes.
If it goes late, I go to the ice. Just maybe sweep for me whenever it's like to get out there and do.
So we have two guards in front of the 12-foot, one red guard, and the call for Plainfield is to come around. And it does come around and sit in the 4-foot circle, so it's going to present an interesting choice for Kim Cooper right now.
I think you can outdraw that guard and sit on top of that, Dave. The way this stones have been moving on the outside, I think that's all there all day.
Yeah, and Kim is indeed calling to draw down to the shot stone.
And I like the ice she's giving here as well.
Yeah, this is kind of going all in right now, which I don't mind a little bit. I mean, they've had a good feel for the ice. So
it might be a little narrow with the delivery. I think that's going to be all over the guard. I'd probably come off the sweeping here.
It's tracking, though, pretty well. Looks to be just a touch.
Yeah, it was on the guard. If you could actually push this guard over, this is not a bad thing.
Well, that kind of it complicates matters, but at the same time, you're only to score one, and here Plainfield saying, let's
put it on top of it.
Yeah. She's saying, let's throw this shot first. I know Kim wants to get there.
I agree with this shot. Put this thing right behind that guard and put the pressure on.
Yep. Let's put that red stone there first.
All right, this is also a little narrow. This is going to be on top of the blues in the front, which is just going to add to the pile of junk that's there.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree.
Okay, I still like the outside draw. And I think the front end likes this as well. But you know what, Dave, we could actually peel that guard. I probably agree with that shot better.
I don't know about peeling because clutter right now is your friend.
All right, here's the problem though. You still have to get at that shot. Out count that one in the 4-foot.
You have a long way before you have to be shot. You got 5 rocks left.
All right. Peel gets you closer to tapping up.
Well, so here it is. It is a...
That's a little narrow.
It's more than a little narrow. It's more narrow than...
They might actually hold it for an inside peel here. And they did. That's fine. That's fine.
That's not bad at all. No,
that was actually good sweeping there. They held that stone.
That's a very good result. It does leave shot stone fully exposed. That's right, Ryan. Fully exposed. So right now the call is to have Teak to cover up the shot stone. It appears to be just a little bit heavy. Sookers are not very interested in this one at all. And it's going to settle right back down the tee line. So it will leave a bit of a pocket for Philadelphia to come down to. And that is the option That is the option. No. Yeah, it looks like that the drawdown of the pocket is the shot that Kim is looking for.
Well, they are behind the tee, so I mean that is if you can get in there and freeze inside that's fine.
That's a hell of a shot. So
that might be a hair narrow, but I think it'll be okay.
Here it comes from Gretchen. We have Kristen and Jeannie watch it, and they're on it now.
And they've been strong sweeping all day long.
They have had a good eye on the ice, and they are coming down. They're coming down. They're coming down. It's going to be really close to the guard, and it is just on the guard.
Okay.
And a bit of a collective sigh from the warm room.
That was a hell of a sweep, but
yeah, we have a pretty good crowd here at Bucks County Curling Club. We do have a record 40 teams here for the Elizabeth Childs Challenge.
How about that?
It's absolutely fantastic. We are honored to be a part of it. But we are using pretty much every bit of our warm room right now, and we built in a lot of seating, and there's some seats available, but not a whole bunch.
No, it isn't. This is basically what we were living for. This is great. This is absolutely awesome what's going on right now here.
This is what we built this for.
Yes. If you're in the area, please stop on by and watch some curling.
Don't bring kids.
Don't bring kids. Some of us might say don't have kids, but that's fine.
That's me.
Okay, well, yes, the tap is the shot here.
Oh.
Yeah, a little bit of a raise. I think even Jeff agrees here.
Okay, well, so you have two options here. We have Jeff Gilman.
Jeff's sitting here. Jeff, if you would like to come over and get on the other mic, that would be fine. Go ahead. Get on over here. Oh, this could possibly be good here. I mean,
so we're going the out-turn side here.
It's got to move a lot, and here it comes now. Here it comes now. If she can catch enough of this, I think it's a little too far outside. Yes. Oh, wait a minute.
No.
Okay.
But you know what? It actually did
it opened it up. Yes.
It gave you access back to it again. So Plainfield's going to be forced to throw a guard. We definitely have an interesting end. The angles, all the hit angles are in favor of Philadelphia. So Plainfield is forced to throw guards right now.
This is tracking well for a guard. They might get on it for a sweep for line.
They are on it, and here they come. And
this could actually be a very nice shot. I think this is going to turn out fine.
That turns out pretty good, and it is still Plainfield sitting 1 and 2. So you're right now, if you're Kim, you're faced with a bit of a dilemma. Do you go and try to curl through that port, which
I think that's what they're looking at. That port is there.
That port is certainly there.
And that if you make that port, that is pulling you right to the button.
Or the alternative is to run that straight line of rocks.
Wow, you're asking a lot there, Dave, but that is there. You know what? And maybe it opens it up a little bit more, too.
Yeah, I mean, hell, if you miss it a little bit, right? Maybe you give yourself another shot back.
Yeah, you give something you can tap over there. I
don't hate it.
That. Okay, she's giving herself a lot. That's a lot of ice to get through that port.
Well, Kim is electing the third choice, which is to draw through the port on the left-hand side as we're watching it on the live stream.
That port is there.
It certainly is there, and
that's a lot of ice though for that port, but we don't know.
I kind of like that ice, Mark.
Okay, we'll see what's going to happen. This is all weight sensitive.
But all I've been doing is pouring Bloody Marys, so what do I know? And making grilled cheese.
You have made good grilled cheese, I've heard today. All right, the weight looks good. I mean, it's got to move. It will. They're on it, and this could be a problem because this will hold it from curling.
Well, the line looks close. You got to
Wow,
get
now
off.
the line's
You got to
going.
let it go.
The line's going.
The line looks good
The line
right
looks
now.
great.
The
The
line's
line
great.
looks great.
It's only for weight.
Yeah,
it's
now you
only
gotta-
for weight right now. Now you got to
Oh,
go.
I think you got plenty of
Well,
weight,
you get
girls.
it down there. You got to bring it down there. You got to get it to the button. You get to the pin, and oh my God, you
They might have
overswept
overswept it
just
a hair.
little bit.
But man, that was a hell of a shot.
Oh, by golly.
I've seen some things in my life, and I've seen some things. And I'm not going to say about a grown man and a goat, but I have seen some things.
I'm telling you guys, that was a fine curling
That
shot.
was fine.
That was a fine curling shot, just slightly over brush.
What? They need to do okay roll. Yeah, very strong.
Oh, yeah.
And if anything, over curl to the
Oh, absolutely, partner. I agree. They had to get off that just a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I think it would have just sat on that red. It would have moved a little bit more.
Because Kim really gave her best effort there. That was a fantastic run of that shot. So right now, Kate Trela says, "You ain't trying that again."
No.
And with with good reason. You cover that up all day.
And I think, well, here we go. A little tick here will help
A
her.
little tick will be fine.
Okay.
That did cover that up.
Okay, that takes that shot out now.
So
Now you're forced to draw that outside on and back reds, which is there.
no. That's not. I think the only shot left, Mark, is to.
She's looking at that quadruple run back.
I don't like that. For my money,
I still think you have enough room to draw outside that guard.
For my money, I like the double on the red, going between the red and the blue. So hitting the stone that's on the side of the 4-foot circle, doubling it off, probably losing your back one, and the blue one on the top 8-foot is your counter.
Going through that port.
Yep.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, actually, I think it's there.
I'm not saying it's a great shot. It sucks.
Well, you'd have to throw some weight so that the back red actually out.
Oh yeah,
because it's going to jam on your blue, but you're hoping that it trickles out far enough than your one on the top 8.
That's what I like.
You know what? And since you're a weight thrower, this is right up your alley. You would have to throw a lot of weight at that.
Yeah, you would have to be able to throw a strong peel weight, and
I think I've seen these shots before where someone was actually sitting with his hand on his knee looking at this.
well, partner, since you're good curling.
Good curling. Well, you can't ask for anything more than this, folks.
That's right. So Kim's going to throw this in. Kim can throw a good amount of weight. It's really right now, there's a couple bad options. That big run, I think is what she's favoring at the moment.
Now,
or they're lining up. I think the run's the way to go is what she wants.
She's going with the run.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with Dave's philosophy. I think that would actually be, it's there. I think it might give you the better shot than a quadruple run back.
Well, we'll see what happens. Here we go. Final stone for Kim Cooper.
And this is what's coming down to.
In the 7th end, here it comes.
Oh, she looks a little tight on that throw. And they're on it early.
They're on it, they're off it.
Wait a minute, maybe not tight, maybe a little outside now. Did she overcorrect with the throw?
Gretchen calling, oh, it's going to be narrow,
Well,
and it's going to leave red sitting 2, and that will be the game.
that was a hell of an effort, people. That was a great comeback by Philly and a great game early by Plainfield, who came out strong in the 7th end to finish it off. Many skips would have probably wilted and gave that up, but no, she came right out of the guns and took over control in that 7th end.
Absolutely. It's a good show of focus because after you get up to a large lead and then go up a few rocks, it's real easy to turn in. So great show of fortitude by Plainfield, and also a nice job by the Philadelphia rank led by Kim Cooper.
All right, Dave, well, I'm going to go out and do the ice. You coming back to do the later games?
It sounds like I'm going to be here for the next draw as well.
All right, well, I will. If you can keep my spot, I'll come back and do color.
Absolutely. We're going to keep it right here, right now. And
all right, Dave will keep you updated on sheets A and D that are still going on right now. And A is a barn burner, and so as well as D right now.
Absolutely. So, we're sitting here looking at the 8th end on sheet A. It is Triangle with Shatowski with a 1-point lead over Charlotte. It is Charlotte with the last stone. They have the hammer, but it is indeed Triangle sitting 1 right now without hammer. And our other active game is on sheet D in the 7th and final end. Well, you know what? I really can't tell you. It's they're playing the far house. There are a plethora of stones in the house. It is currently tied 4-4. And it is Bridget O'Grady. We have applause in the warm room for the games coming off on sheet B. Rightfully so, a good game shown to us by both.
Hello, man. Good to see you.
So on sheet D, I have absolutely no idea who's sitting what. And I'm dispatching a sideline reporter to find out.
Yeah.
And it is indeed handshakes on sheet D. And we're going to find out who won. I got no clue. The peanut gallery in front of me has no clue. I sent folks to try to find out. Trying to get the hold of somebody on the ice to let me know what happened, because
O'Grady of Jersey Pinelands and Statkus of Plainfield.
O'Grady.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. O'Grady
Well,
wins.
I didn't see the shot, but.
I know who's playing.
Well, I thought you were saying go find
No,
out.
I just don't know who won. So we're still in some suspense here. So we're back on our radio broadcast right now. So we have Triangle throwing their first skip rocks. Triangle is sitting 1 stone. They are up 1 without hammer. Hammer belonging to Charlotte. Emma Szytowski. Getting ready to throw her first skip rock. Plainfield? Okay. And on sheet D, it was Plainfield coming up with a score of 2 to take it in the 7th end. So it is Plainfield over O'Grady. Congratulations to the Plainfield rank. Over on sheet A, our last sheet in action this evening. It is a very effective guard by Emma from Triangle. So right now the house, as we look at it, has, obviously you can't see it, so I'll describe the best I can. Has Triangle at the edge of the 4-foot and the back of the 4-foot the right as I look at it. That is shots 1 and 2. Then 3rd and 4th are Charlotte at the left of the 8-foot and the right of the 8-foot, followed by a bevy of guards in front. So it is indeed challenging for Charlotte to find their way in this time. The Ice Group's preparing sheets B, C, and D for the next draw. We're kind of close to schedule. It's not so bad to be through this many draws on a Friday night and then be within 5 or 10 minutes. We'll take it. We are scraping twice, trying to provide the highest quality ice. So the Blue Rock is away for Charlotte. From skip Jen Magavero. Is coming down. The brushes are on it very heavy. It's going to wreck into the triangle stone, leaving it as a guard of the shot rock. So Emma and her vice Leah are contemplating what the last call is. And sheet C was Broomstones over Schenectady. So the call's been made on sheet A. The call is a guard to guard the draw path to the 4-foot. The draw / hit path, because currently it is Triangle sitting 1 at the edge of the 4-foot on the left side as we look at it from the warm room. So it's away, and now we have Charlotte, and Jen is trying to figure out what she can do to score a rock. Right now there appears to be, to me, from where I'm sitting, comfortably in the warm room, a possibility to hit off her own stone, which is sitting at the edge of the 12-foot on the right side of the house as we look at it, and skid her on in, because all you have to do is get a good piece of the 4-foot. The other option, which they seem to be a little bit more occupied on, is raising their own stone, which is approximately a 2.5 guard, 2.5 feet off the center line. And that is a shot they are going with and committing to. So we'll see how it goes. Vice Deb Hampel is going in front of the house and rechecking her line to see where exactly where they had to promote that stone to bring it up. And Jen settles in, and the entire Buck Sice crew watches. The stone is away. Allie and Julie are on it right away, and they're off. They're off, they're off, they're off, trying to bring it over directionally to get a little bit more curl out of it, and it's not going to be enough. And indeed, it is going to be a win for the Triangle Curling Club. Congratulations to Triangle. Emma Shatowski. And company. And that's all we have for this draw. We will be back very, very shortly for the nominally 10 o'clock, obviously not 10 o'clock draw. So, for my colleagues, Ian Alexander, Many Beers O'Donnell, and everyone in the Bucks County Curling Club, we'll see you in a few minutes.